Hello fellow 7 Days to Die gamers, this is Games for Kicks and welcome to episode 16. This episode is a special episode because I'm going over the 10.3 updates which have been released last night. I'm gonna go through the new character creation additions, the cobblestone walls. Yes, they are pretty awesome. New items that they have added and what the effects are, and a new light source. This is gonna be awesome. It's called the Merry Xmas Alpha 10.3 release. That's what the Fun Pimps have called it. Now, profile selection has also been updated. You can now edit your existing profile, and they have made some changes how profile works, how profiles work in servers, etc. One thing up front, and it's a very important note, they said if you are running a server, you have to update to 10.3. Otherwise, if you stay on 10.2 and your clients are on 10.2, the EAC, the anti-cheat system, will not let you in. So even if you have anti-cheat enabled on the server, and even if you run the game with anti-cheat mode, it will not let you in. It will kick you out. You will constantly get that message saying like, oh sorry, EAC has kicked you out, please make sure you run the game in EAC mode and all that. So make sure you update the client as well as on the server everything to 10.3. Otherwise it will not work. Okay, and then you can continue playing your existing game. Okay, let's go. The character creation, if you edit or create a new character, now they updated the screen, and for men they added now hair and facial hair, so you can randomize and you can see his beard. Now I don't know what they've done to the poor man's eyebrows and eyes. Like, I mean, he looks like he has been staring in the fire. He's like, I have been looking into this fire for the past 18 hours and I have not blinked once. Can you tell at all? Look at his eyes. It's just insane. The female character is not much better, to be honest. Let me get out of that and just click on new character so I can show you the female character. Now, she doesn't get a beard. No, she doesn't. But she has some funny discolorations between her head and the rest of her body. Somebody was lying too long in the sun tanning bed just with their head. So they still have the usual things for the ladies. They have done some more hairstyles, I believe. And they added a lot more clothing now. I don't know, I don't see that they added much more. They added a bit of more detail, what you can do with certain parts of the body and the eye color and the hair color and hair types. So you have you have hair types now. So a few hair types, which is nice. Like, you know, it's nice that they keep adding to these things, which is great. So we have the same as before, you know, where you can twist, turn, zoom in and out, do your, where is it? Here. Do your gluteus maximus size, which you can't see. Oh, there you go. Now you can see it. It's like boom, 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 boom. And what's your woman's name? Yeah, it's like, it's all about the bass, but the bass. I love this. So the male character now, his facial... Okay, Movember is officially started. And I'm still looking in the fire and have not blinked. So you now have his, where is the beard actually? Forehead position, ear, cheek, nose, flattened eyes, mouth, mandible size, chin, lip size. Come on. Hair, base hair, facial hair, there we go. They have the regent mustache, the shaggy beard. Please, give me something to eat, please. Please. And they have done the shaggy goatee and a Spaniard goatee. Olé! And then none and the lawman mustache. This is the I am the law. I'm the new sheriff in town. Oh yeah. And we give him white eyes. That is so freaky. White eyes. This is so freaky. Red eyes. No, they're not as freaky. I think the white eyes are just so freaky. Anyway, so while he's continuing to stare at the fire continuously, I will cover the rest now that I found interesting. Cobblestone walls. This is something very exciting. So just let me load the game, and then I shall be back. So we're in the game, and you can see here the new cobblestone that you can be making. very exciting. So I'm gonna go through how you're gonna be making it. The first thing you're gonna need, and this is actually quite interesting. The initial start for the cobblestone wall is actually quite easily made. All you need is sticks and plant fiber. So if you look at here in your inventory, in your crafting mats, you can see the cobblestone frame. The cobblestone frame is made out of sticks and plant fiber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks, 1 plant fiber, create 1 cobblestone frame. The cobblestone frame you can pick up and place down, so I can place it down anywhere and then pick it back up. So it's pretty much like the wood frames, if that's how you want to see it, in that sense. So it allows you to say, okay, I want a wall from here to here to here to here and here. So there you go. That's my wall. That's what I want. Okay. Now the structural integrity of these frames is very low. As you can see here, they only have a max load of 6 and a mass of 6, which means max load divided by mass is giving you the integrity. Which means if we want to do something fancy with these things and say do this, that will be okay. If we want to do this, that will be okay, but this isn't. Okay? So because you can only put 1 attached to itself. It can only support another block of a mass of 6. Or if you find a block with a mass of 3, it can support 2. Okay, but the point is that it can only support 1 block in either direction. There you go. Okay, now so you can't build anything fancy with it. Okay, so let's just say you want to build a little wall quickly. You can do that, that's no problem. Now while you can make the frames quite easily and very quickly with just a little bit of sticks and plant fiber, and knowing they're not a good defense, they only have a hardness of 1, which pretty much means okay, it was the axe 3 times and that's it, gone. So zombies will chew through this like paper. Now what do you need next to upgrade them? Cobblestone. And this is where it gets a bit weird. You only need sticks and plant fibers to make these guys in the first place, but you need a forge to make the rest, because you need a forge so you can take stone and burn stone into cement with a cement mold. So you need clay, then you make the mold with, here show you, cement mold. Okay, 3, 6, 7, 8, 8 clay makes a cement mold. Beautiful. Done. Put it into your forge, which by the way you cannot craft anymore now since 10.2, but have to find a book for, which you find probably very easily in any prefab. But the point is you can't do it from the get-go. From the get-go you can create frames, but you can't fill them. So the way it works now is you make your frames, then you get your cobblestone, which you make out of cement and more stone. So you take the cement and you take the stone, and that gives you cobblestone. You can make cobblestone rocks also, from cement and destroyed stone, which you usually find in the wastelands pretty much. You just hit the ground and get destroyed stone, but nonetheless you need to make cement. Okay? So once you have cobblestone, you can start right-clicking with not the tool, like you did before where you upgrade things. This is more natural. It's like you make this frame, then you say, hey, I'm gonna throw in some cobblestones. Just to right click the frame. And it creates the first upgrade stage of that frame. Right click another time and it will create the second upgrade stage. And another time, and the third, and then another time, and there you go. So it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is your wall. Okay? You cannot pick up the item anymore once you upgrade it the first time. So there you go. We just upgrade these guys, and you have to wait until the animation time is over, even if the animation doesn't play if you right click really fast. But that's basically how it works. Now you can make walls out of it, absolutely no problem, but you can't really build any fancy structures with it because of the weak structural integrity these blocks have as you upgrade them. Now, it doesn't mean you can't do something fancy or fancier. Okay, so say for example I want to have a little overhang here, yeah, and I'm gonna say, okay, let's, you know, put an overhang. While I can't do this because it falls down, I could theoretically say, if I have some wood or more of those, like, so let's just say I have quite a lot of those. What I can do is I can do this, okay, and build support, and just, there you go. Okay, so let's just say I do that, okay, for the sake of argument. Now what I will do is I get more cobblestone. Okay, we all know now how to make cobblestone, so let me just quickly get some more. There we go. Now I will only upgrade the top parts, and you can see then, you see what happened a second ago? So if I have just the top parts here and nothing in between, boom, it's not strong enough. So two of them, again, not strong enough. But if I turn them into full cobblestone and then remove, there you go, look at that. Now we can have a little bit of a structure. So you are able to make overhangs for doors and things like that. So you can do some basic, not fancy, but some basic structural wizardry if you build some scaffolding first, upgrade it, and then remove the scaffolding. Okay, and to show you now the actual structural integrity for the people who actually care about this, this is the stages that you go through. So you go from a frame which has absolute suckish hardness and suckish max load and mass. You turn it after the first upgrade into a quarter cobblestone wall, which already has a max load of 65 and a mass of 13 and a hardness of 3.5. So the hardness basically, I think you multiplied something like so 3.5, and I think you multiplied by 0.175 or something. Is it 3.5 divided by 0.175? Yeah, divided by 0.175. So that means 20 hits is what you're gonna be able to, what this is gonna be able to take, or 20 hits from the average zombie before it gets destroyed. Meanwhile, when you have the original one, which is just 1 divided by 0.175, is 5 hits. Okay, so or 5 hits from a zombie, yeah, which is 3 hits with the pickaxe. And if you take this, you can probably hit it 6-7 times with the pickaxe, something like that. Now once you upgrade it to the next level, it still has the max load of 65 and the mass of 13, which means 65 divided by 13 means you can already put 5 of those beside each other. Okay, the final result, they all have the same structural integrity, 65, 13, hardness 3 or 5. So throughout the upgrade, this is where you can put 5 already beside each other, and the final product, which is 90 divided by 15, gives you 6. So I can actually put 6 beside each other. So let's say I make more cobblestone frames. Again, as we saw, they collapse when we do that. Okay, but if we do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it this one? Yeah, I think so. Whoops. No, take that. 2. Okay, I'm really glad that I can pick them back up because my aim is all over the shop right now. So there you go, a little bit of messing around, and let's make some more. Let's pick up some more frames magically. There you go. I just crafted them really quickly. No, I didn't. And again, we upgrade them only once each. Only once. And you can already remove 5 of them. Remember, only 5, not 6 yet. For the 6th one, you would have to upgrade them fully. Okay, so I'm gonna upgrade them fully. Come on, one more. There we go. And as we did before with the other 2 beside it, once you're done, I think that might be 1 too many because I think it starts counting from there. So 1 to 3. So I think the last one will actually die It will die when I put the last block out, I think. I think I made one too many. No, there you go. It actually it holds, okay? There's no grass holding it up. It actually holds. Now, of course, if I put one more on it, you can see it will break. Boom. Okay? So, there you go. You still have some flexibility if you give it some support. And this is the stages. And then when you break it down, it goes through the other stages where you hit it. Oh yeah, remember the hardness on the finished block? Okay, the hardness here is 12. Okay, which is much higher than these guys here. These guys were 3.5, which means 20 hits of the average zombie. Meanwhile, the finished cobblestone has a hardness of 12, which is divided by 0.175 is 68. So this can take 68 hits by zombie. Okay, this is how from average zombie. Okay, on level normal. Okay, so now that we have the cobblestone covered, the next thing I want to share with you is they added in your loot for vitamins. Now, vitamins or vitamins, depending on where you're from in this world, are added to the loot system. You can, they didn't say exactly where, so I'm assuming you can find them in purses, maybe even on monsters or nurses, who knows. What these vitamins do, they cure dysentery, which is great. So dysentery you can get from drinking dirty water. So if I'm thirsty and I drink this water without boiling it, I can get dysentery. Now, vitamins cure it. Goldenrod tea cures it, but goldenrod tea is not as easy to come by because you need a pot, you need to boil it, and so on. So vitamins, if you find them early in the game, keep them. And what happens with vitamins is, if you take them, there's no buff, but over time, because vitamins are good for you, I suppose, or if you take more, your wellness will go up. Now, the reason you don't see my wellness really going up here has to do with the way they've refactored or changed or updated the way the wellness system works, or what they call the wellness curve. The reason you don't see much happening for me is because I'm at 116. 200 is the max wellness, so and 100 is your starting point. So the way the wellness curve works now, it is easier to earn wellness when your wellness is lower than it is when it is higher. Which makes sense. I mean, if you're well and you're feeling okay and you're doing really great and you're feeling good in good shape, to get higher into the next level of feeling better is usually harder work and it takes longer. However, if you're extremely unfit and unwell, running 10 minutes every day, you will immediately, get the positive effects really quickly. So that makes sense that the wellness curve is built like this now, that if you die a lot and your wellness is like 30 or 20, you take probably one vitamin pill and you get like plus one wellness every 10 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Now, even though there's no buff applied, but it will eventually go up. You see, now it went up, but I'm already very high, but if you have very low wellness, it will go up really, 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 really fast. Now, that is the vitamins. Next on the list, beer. They have added beer to the loot table. Beer is delicious as it is, however, has some side effects. When you drink beer, you get a little buff. And that buff is a beer buzz, which gives you 2 stamina every 1 second. It's a nice buzz. So basically it acts a little bit like coffee in that sense. Okay? However, unlike coffee, you can drink even if you're not thirsty. Okay? And coffee also adds 2 stamina every 1 second. So if you drink beer and coffee, you can go mine and hit away whatever you want. However, beer, you can't drink when you're not thirsty. Also, if you drink too much beer, say you had very low thirst meter and you drink too much beer, you can get a negative hangover debuff. I don't know what the effect is. I have no idea. But it is negative, so which means it's probably going to be the opposite and say you lose 2 stamina every 1 second. Okay, now beer and coffee, as you can see, work well together, giving you a total of 4 stamina every second. So I can sit here now and hammer away on trees, do pretty much whatever I want, and my stamina, or run around. Look, I can run around and my stamina is not moving anywhere. Okay? So really, really cool. Well done by the Fun Pimps to add some spice to life and add some beer. Now, just be warned about the negative effects. Now, the next thing we have is candles. Beautiful, beautiful candles. Candles are easily made from tallow and plant fiber. Now, tallow, if you remember right, is made from animal fat with a pot and some cooking fire and some firewood, and you can make tallow. With tallow and plant fiber, you can now make candles. So that fat is used for everything. Now, unlike torches, candles stack. And they also actually cast a fair bit of light. So if we see that's actually quite bright. Okay, I mean, you just put them here, you activate the portal and go and kill the Ender Dragon. Whoa! Okay, anyway, no, but seriously, so they do cast quite a lot of light. Now it's nice that you have 2 light sources now, the torches and the candles. Why you would choose one over the other is aesthetic reasons, I suppose, more so than anything else. And maybe in future add-ons. I think in the moment torches don't add to the heat map, and as far as I can read from the notes, candles don't either. But if they would add that in the future, I would see candles obviously adding less to the noise and heat map than torches would, because candles are more subtle. That's my guess, but that's just a guess. And that's it. So that's all I was really excited about in this episode. The candles, the beer, the vitamins to cure dysentery from drinking murky water, the new cobblestone wall, and let's not forget our big booty babe in the character creation stream, and the men now with their mustaches and their manly Movember beards that just want them to be part of Queen is available now. Or you can be the hunk sheriff in town with your stunning mustache. That was a real awesome little ad, and it's nice to see the Fun Pimps that keep adding things to features. Instead of just adding more and more features, they actually also improve current features, which is a really cool thing for them to do. So, this is Games for Kicks. Happy gaming, and I hope you join me you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you join me in the next episode when I will actually continue playing my game and continue upgrading my defenses for the Day 14 Horde, in preparation for the Day 14 Horde. So until then,